Hello, my name is Tom and welcome to my inaugural YouTube video for My Redwood Forest. What I'm hoping to do is to get some traction with other people around the country on creating their own redwood forests of whatever size that they can do in order to allow for alternate places for these great trees to live in case climate change makes the primary area for redwoods and giant sequoias in northern and eastern California. It would be nice if places like where I live in Washington State, Idaho, Montana, Oregon, British Columbia would plant enough of these trees that the species will survive. So in doing that, what I intend to do is I have 1.5 acres of land in a small town south of Tacoma, where I plan to grow as many redwood trees as I can, or as possible, starting them from seeds. So with that, I'm going to, actually I forgot to bring my seeds. I'm going to do that real quick. So if you give me a chance, I'll be right back. And here we go. Okay, here we are. So for those of you who don't know what a redwood tree looks like, you can certainly Google them. You can Google giant sequoia or coastal redwoods, California redwoods, and you'll get some pictures. I will show some here, and I've excuse me. I've taken some screenshots of some redwoods, and I'll put them in different areas. Like right here might be one of my spots that I'll put in some of these things, and not just what the big ones look like, but what forests of some of the mighty ones but aren't near as big as things like the General Sherman down in Kings National Park in California, and the General Grant and some of the other big trees. So without rattling on too much more, I'm going to show you where we're going to start. So redwood seeds. There's about 2,000 of them in here. These things look like tiny oat grains, and I don't know if I can get one of them for you to see very well. Get one here. Yes. Get it to stick to my finger. And if you can see that, the perspective, that is a giant sequoia seed. This tiny little grain, once germinated and nurtured until it gets going good in life, will, after the first year, look anywhere from this little guy, which was initially my runt that I nicknamed Dwayne Johnson. No correlation or relation to, the rock. And this was my smallest one. It started late. It had trouble getting out of its husk, and I kind of nurtured it. But this is how far it's going. And we're about midway through February right now. It's what, February 16th today? Let's see if you can see that. If you can see that light green on there, these have been in my windowsill, and that light green is new growth from this year. Now this guy here was one grown from a seed that I had, and it got going about 2 months before Dwayne Johnson here did. And as you can see, it's starting, just barely starting to get some little fresh green growth there. And that's where you can expect to be with seeds after 1 year. So I keep them in the windowsill. I water them with a a mixture of what's called worm tea, which is a type of a fertilizer that's made from worm casings, and you can buy worm tea online. That's where I got mine. And you mix it with water. I water about every 3 days, make sure they don't dry out. So anyway, for any of you that might have redwood trees around where you're at, and they are actually coning, or I like to say they're pregnant, you will typically find cones about this size. Now these cones look brown, okay? They also look like they've come open. You can see how these things have split. Very, very hard. But when they come off of the tree, they're really green, which is good. You want to get them when they're green. And then when you clip these things off and save them, save them someplace. See how to save them someplace where they can dry, and the seeds will fall out like in a. I had a kind of a baking tray or whatever that I could put them someplace, and that's where all of these seeds came from. There's probably close to 6,000 to 8,000 seeds here. I can't plant that many. I wish I could. If I had a forest and I had volunteers, I would be getting all these guys ready to go. I am gonna try, if I can remember, to maybe enlist some help for those of you that want to maybe get involved in this. I'm willing to give away packets of about 50 seeds. And they have about a germination rate of around 40%. So 50 seeds will get you 20, hopefully 20 seedlings. You don't have to do them all, and you could do some in 1 year or whatever. I'm not sure how long these seeds will last. Anyway, I'm actually in the middle of doing that right now. And I've had these seeds I've been keeping in the refrigerator. You should keep them in the refrigerator. The reason is you want to simulate winter conditions for them. After they've been in the refrigerator for at least 30 days, then you can do step B, which I'm doing right now. These guys went in about 3 weeks ago. I don't know if you can see the seeds. They're in a paper towel in a Ziploc bag. I'll show them. Sorry, my camera cut off. So anyway, there's about 30, 35 in there. And when they start to germinate, or even before, I'm going to make, I've got some potting soil / sandy loam soil I have from around here. Okay, here we are again. Have to apologize, my battery died on my camera. So we were at basically showing you the cones. And here is a bag that my brother so graciously gave me. Like I said, these were as green as they can get. I got them. Now they're all dried out. The seeds have popped out. It usually takes about a month for these things to really get done spitting seeds out. And we're just going to put those there for now. So, get those out of the way. We've talked about our seedlings we already have for this year. I have a total of 4 that'll go in the ground this spring, making my redwood forest up to the number of 6, since I have 2 already down in my backyard, which I think I will maybe take a shot of here in a little bit. And just to kind of run over what the plan is: seeds, refrigerator for 30 days, lay them in a wet paper towel inside a plastic bag, keep it in the fridge 30 days. By the way, on the 26th of February, these guys will be going in a mixture of this, and we have a total of 32 of these little peat, what do they call these things? Seedling starter pots that can actually go in the ground and dissolve later. So when your seeds start to go, they go. Anyway, so I'm going to just take a break here, and then what I'll do is we will go and I will show you, try to zoom in on my 2 redwoods that are in my yard right now, and show you the kind of room that we're planning to have these things in later on. Now, I do know that I will probably not be on this planet anymore when these things get to be about 100 feet high. So hopefully other people will be able to enjoy them. There's an old Greek saying that says, "Society grows great when old men plant trees whose shade they'll never rest in." I like that. That's what kind of my philosophy is going to be, is see how many seeds like this can become full-size redwood forests. Anyway, so I'm just going to click it off for right now, and I'll take a shot of my area in my backyard, and we'll go at it from there. Okay, so here we are again. I am going to see if I can zoom in on my redwoods down below. If you can see them there. I'll zoom in on the big one first. This guy is about, I believe he's about 53 inches tall. And I'm going to try and stabilize this a little bit. There's my biggest one. And then this guy here is about 33 inches tall. And we'll be monitoring them this summer as they grow, and we'll hopefully try to get up to 3 feet of growth out of these guys. In the meantime, oops, zoom out. This area down here by the creek, and the creek is in between all of that kind of dead looking dried out grass. But this area down here is fairly high water table, and redwoods need a lot of water, so these are where we're going to be. Okay, we're back again. I hope, as I edit this, I'm going to see how well it turned out down there, and maybe next video we'll actually walk down there and show you close up what these trees look like. Anyway, in the meantime, if you're at all interested in this, and especially if you're interested in getting some seeds, put a comment in the comment section. Hit subscribe. Tell all your friends that might be interested in this sort of thing to hit subscribe. And hopefully we can generate enough interest to basically make 8,000 trees. Okay, signing off from my redwood forest, and hopefully we'll have another video not too long from now. Goodbye.